Hi, I'm Jill and I am sipping the tea, although it's a warm day today, so I am not actually sipping any tea, but I am prepared to spill it. So, a lot of things happened this week, starting with Venom finally got a rating. It's PG-13, which I don't understand. They had a perfect opportunity to do this character in a very particular way that was true to the comics. I'm not a fan of the comics, but Brandon is. And rated R would have just made more sense for this film than a PG-13 rating. Imagine if Deadpool was PG-13, or even Logan. Sometimes you just need to go with the hard R, or even just a regular R. I don't know. I mean, this guy eats people, for starters. I'm sure there's got to be some profane language if you're eating people. I'm sure that profanity is the least of your worries at that point. So I know that Sony is attempting to pave a way for Spider-Man, but I don't think he's necessary in this particular world, in this universe, especially since there's a multiverse within the Spider-Man, you know, universe, whatever. So they could have kept him in the radar verse and keep Tom Holland in the PG-13 area. So whatever, we'll see how that goes. Next up, I was very shocked, but also excited to hear that Keeping Up with the Braxtons, well, no, not Keeping Up with the Braxtons, I'm confused now with the Kardashians, Braxton Family Values. So all the other sisters, excluding Tracy, decided to not sign a deal for this season thus far, but Tracy really wanted that check, so she went on ahead with the show. And because she's alone, the producers decided to surround her with a bunch of other people who are actually interesting. I know that was a little bit shady, but I'm just keeping it 100. Anyway, two of the people who they decided to bring onto the show, and this is genius marketing, by the way, and I am sure that their TV series is going to be coming out sometime next year, is none other than Tiffany Pollard, aka New York, and of course, the guy who started it all, Flavor Flav. So they were on last week's premiere, and I'm very excited to see where this goes, just for the Flavor Flav New York element. I really don't care about much else. New York will always be entertaining to me, and I've always wanted Flavor Flav to come back. So this is a very, very happy time for my viewership of reality TV. And then finally, in a Forbes article, it says that the Walking Dead producers expect the show to go on another 10 years, which I think is a little bit like counting their chickens, since we know that Rick is exiting soon. We don't know how. We don't know if it's permanent. We don't know if he's going to disappear or if he's just like dead. I really hope it's more of a disappearance, obviously, as a huge fan of Rick Grimes. And while they have had some success with rebooting, for example, Fear the Walking Dead, basically eliminating almost all of the original main characters and then replacing them with new main characters, it has to be kept in mind that one of the main characters is, from the original series, which is The Walking Dead. So how do you reboot a show that is the original? I really don't know, unless there's this brilliant scheme where they do officially connect the Walking Dead universe with the Breaking Bad universe, and we see, I don't know, Jesse or Jimmy, Saul Goodman, whatever. We get some new blood in there. But I do think for a follow-up season, if it is in fact a Rick disappearance, and we have Michonne and Carol going on, an expedition to find him, until finally Carol's like, Michonne, he's dead, he's gone. But then we know he's really not dead, he's just MIA. I think that would be a good recourse for them to stretching out the series. I also think it is imperative to have Rashawn Jr. They could do a time jump or something. I'd want to follow that kid like an official Grimes child. No shade to Judith. I'm just saying, Rick and Rashawn baby is something that many of us have wanted for some time. So, at any rate, this is Jill here, sipping the tea or spilling it, and see you next time.